In the year 2186, humanity was thriving. The stars were no longer distant dreams but familiar destinations, reachable within days by advanced FTL drives. Human colonies and research stations dotted distant planets and space stations, bringing an era of exploration, knowledge, and peace. But beyond the borders of known space, strange and ancient tales circulated, whispers of three powerful, ancient races, entities so advanced they had shaped the galaxy in ages past, were dismissed as myths, old campfire stories to entertain cadets and explorers. These legendary beings were known only as the Great Three. One day, deep in the void on a far-reaching expedition, the exploration ship Celestialite made an unexpected discovery, a massive structure far larger than any space station, seemingly carved from an asteroid drifted undisturbed. At first glance, it was devoid of life, overrun by ancient debris, asteroids, and the occasional solar storm. Yet something about it was alluring, almost inviting. Captain Elias Traynor, an experienced and level-headed leader, was as skeptical as he was curious. His crew included top minds in anthropology, xenobiology, and technology, all equally intrigued by the find. They docked, noting the ancient markings and strange, untranslatable symbols engraved on the structure's walls. As they ventured deeper, they encountered holographic depictions of alien civilizations, galaxies, and a vast library of knowledge seemingly abandoned eons ago. Among these, they found references to three ancient races, known together as the Great Three, who were guardians of the galaxy's balance in an era long past. The first of the Great Three was the Eldora, a race of wise, etheric beings who possessed immense psychic abilities and vast stores of knowledge, said to be the architects of the galaxy's most complex systems. Their cities had once floated among the stars, powered by nothing more than the energy of their own collective consciousness. The second was the Maverick, a warrior race, resilient and fierce. They were protectors of balance, powerful in both physical and technological prowess. Their warriors said to be nearly indestructible. Legends claimed they could turn stars into weapons and black holes into sanctuaries. The third was the Vorta, master engineers and scientists, who had the uncanny ability to manipulate matter and energy with almost magical precision. Known for their compassion and ingenuity, they created life across the galaxy, seeding planets and bringing vitality to barren worlds. However, the records also suggested that at some point, the Great Three vanished. According to ancient inscriptions, they left to preserve the galaxy from within, retreating into a hidden dimension to watch over the universe without interfering directly. As the humans wandered the halls, the atmosphere grew heavy, as though the walls themselves remembered the purpose of their creators. With each layer they explored, humanity's understanding of the Great Three and the implications of their disappearance grew. Each crew member felt an odd sense of déjà vu, as if being drawn into a familiar story. Finally, at the heart of the structure, the team found a vast room with holograms that began to shift and pulse at their presence. The projections displayed scenes of the galaxy's history, its battles and triumphs, the rise and fall of civilizations. Then, to the crew's amazement, the holograms began speaking in a language they could understand. "We are the Great Three," the projection announced, "guardians, creators, and keepers of balance. Long have we watched, hidden, seeking the species who would come forth with the wisdom, courage, and curiosity to bear the responsibility we once held." The room fell silent as the crew looked at one another in shock, then back at the holograms the figures had taken from zone, each representing the Eldora, Maverick, and Vorta. The figures looked upon the humans, almost approvingly. Captain Traynor cleared his throat and took a step forward. "Are you suggesting that where humanity have the capability?" The holograms pulsed in synchrony. "You have proven your resilience in adversity, your empathy in the face of alien life, and your unyielding curiosity to seek knowledge even when it is shrouded. The galaxy is filled with life that needs guardians, beings who respect all existence. You may choose to be these protectors." The crew's faces reflected awe and reverence as the room illuminated, casting them in a light that felt simultaneously ancient and new. Captain Traynor, standing in front of the crew, spoke on their behalf. "We accept this responsibility, and we will honor your legacy." The holograms dimmed, but the symbols and scripts glowed one final time. casting messages into the stars, a beacon inviting humanity to grow as the galaxy's newest stewards. As the crew returned to their ship, they knew they had been changed forever. Humanity was no longer just an explorer among the stars. They had become guardians, inheritors of a legacy from the Great Three. And thus, the legend of humanity, the Fourth Guardian, began. After their encounter with the ancient structure of the Great Three, humanity found itself burdened with a newfound purpose. The title of Fourth Guardian was both an honor and a challenge. It meant not only exploring, but actively protecting the galaxy's delicate balance. With this responsibility came new knowledge and technology from the Great Three. Each nation on Earth, and every human colony across the stars, felt the weight of the Great Three's legacy. Humanity united like never before, creating the Galactic Protectorate, a coalition dedicated to safeguarding the galaxy and upholding the principles of wisdom, courage, and compassion. But becoming the Fourth Guardian wouldn't be easy. 3 mysterious trials awaited humanity, challenges that would test not only their capabilities, but also their resolve to protect all life. Even when it clashed with their own interests, these trials had to be completed to fully unlock the abilities and secrets left by the Great Three. The first trial, the Trial of Unity. The first trial appeared in the form of a star system, locked in eternal chaos. A planet in this system, Veritas, was home to 2 intelligent species, Lyran and the Morkai, who were locked in constant conflict. Both species were capable of great intelligence and strength, but centuries of warfare had reduced their civilization to ruins. To pass this trial, humanity had to help these warring species find peace and rebuild together. When the Galactic Protectorate arrived, both the Lyran and Morkai were distrustful of human intentions, suspecting that they'd become a pawn in yet another aliens game. Diplomatic teams worked tirelessly, earning the Lyran's respect through mutual understanding and the Morkai's trust by demonstrating humanity's resilience and strength in the face of adversity. After months of negotiation, humanity managed to bring leaders from both species together in a historic agreement. Humanity's success in the Trial of Unity symbolized their potential as peacekeepers and opened a gateway to the ancient archives of the Great Three. With this access, they gained a powerful new technology and energy shield that could protect entire planets, a symbol of humanity's promise to shelter life in all its forms. The second trial, the Trial of Sacrifice. The second trial came in the form of a galaxy-wide distress signal. A wandering rogue planet known as Garanes was on a collision course with an inhabited star system, home to the Solari, a peaceful race known for their art and philosophy. The planet had little in the way of defense. The only way to save them was to divert the path of Garanes, a task that required immense energy and resources. Humanity would have to temporarily deactivate their own planetary defense network and use its energy to save the Solari. It was a difficult decision. By diverting power to save another species, Earth and human colonies would be left vulnerable to potential threats. Humanity's leaders wrestled with the decision, aware of the risks but also of their new role as guardians. In the end, humanity chose to take the risk. Garanes was successfully diverted, sparing the Solari from extinction, though the effort left several human colonies vulnerable for weeks. In appreciation, the Solari gifted humanity a cultural archive and shared knowledge of their unique technology for starship camouflage. Humanity's willingness to sacrifice for another earned them respect from both ally and potential adversary alike. This act opened a new section in the ancient archives, revealing schematics for advanced healing technologies that could benefit all species. The third trial, the Trial of Mercy. The final trial was the hardest. A dangerous and aggressive species, known as the Zekran, had been terrorizing nearby star systems for decades, enslaving or annihilating weaker civilizations in their path. Humanity was tasked with stopping the Zekran, but there was a catch. They had to find a way to stop the Zekran without destroying them entirely. This trial pushed humanity to the brink. The Zekran were resistant to negotiation, and any show of weakness invited attack. After several failed attempts, humanity realized that the Zekran operated under strict societal structures, believing themselves cursed and bound to a life of conquest due to a historic calamity that had devastated their world. Through painstaking research, human diplomats uncovered details of the Zekran's history. Millennia ago, The leaders had made a pact with a rogue faction of the Great Three, which had left them with an insatiable drive to conquer. Humanity proposed an ambitious plan that would work with the Zekron to lift this so-called curse by helping them reclaim the lost heritage of their own people. In a show of mercy, humanity used the technologies of the Great Three to aid the Zekron in breaking the psychological and cultural chains that had bound them to a life of destruction. With time, the Zekron transformed, becoming an ally rather than an enemy. The galaxy was stunned. Where others had seen a hopeless, violent species, humanity had seen potential for redemption. The ascension of the fourth Guardian. With the completion of the third trial, humanity unlocked the final chamber of the Great Three's ancient archive. Within it lay the ultimate message: a Guardian is defined not by power, but by compassion, sacrifice, and the courage to protect even those who may not deserve it. From that moment forward, humanity was no longer just the fourth Guardian. They were an ascended Guardian. The Great Three, watching from beginning, were pleased. They left humanity with a final gift: the ability to create life-giving worlds, terraforming barren planets, and expanding the potential for life across the galaxy. In their journey through the trials, humanity had grown from a fledgling species to true protectors, not just for themselves, but for all sentient life. Tales of the fourth Guardian spread, a legend of a species that had learned to embrace unity, sacrifice, and mercy. And thus, the galaxy learned to look to the stars with hope, knowing that humanity, the fourth Guardian, would be there to protect, nurture, and inspire for generations to come. Years passed since humanity completed the trials and ascended as the fourth Guardian. With the ancient knowledge and technologies gifted by the Great Three, humanity ushered in a golden age across the galaxy. Systems once rife with conflict now thrived, supported by the Galactic Protectorate's peacekeeping efforts and advanced technologies, such as planetary shields, terraforming capabilities, and rapid healing technology. The galaxy, for the first time in millennia, knew peace. But as with all great eras, shadows began to gather. The emergence of the Veiled Dominion, in a remote corner of the galaxy, deep beyond any mapped territories, strange phenomena began to emerge. Entire systems reported mysterious disappearances, energy anomalies, and sightings of ghostly, fleet ships that seemed to materialize and vanish without a trace. Many assumed these were rumors. Tales of a new phantom threat spread by spacers who'd spent too long in deep space. But soon, even Protectorate scouts went missing, and fragments of ominous messages began reaching Protectorate command. The Galactic Protectorate intelligence operatives uncovered a name whispered among survivors: the Veiled Dominion, a powerful, clandestine organization that seemed to operate in secret for centuries, even evading the eyes of the Great Three. Led by a being known only as the Shadow Progenitor, this Dominion had advanced stealth technology and weapons capable of bypassing even the planetary shields developed from the Great Three's knowledge. The Protectorate soon realized that the Veiled Dominion wasn't just a rogue faction, it was a galactic empire waiting in the shadows, now poised to disrupt the delicate balance humanity had fought so hard to preserve. The call to arms. Captain Maya Tiron, a decorated Protectorate officer, received orders to lead an elite-teamed galactic vanguard to investigate these new threats, composed of the galaxy's best, including humans, Solari scientists, Zekron tacticians, and more Kai warriors. The vanguard represented the Protectorate's ideals of unity. Maya's mission was clear: locate the Dominion's base of operations, assess their threat, and neutralize it if possible. Their journey took them into the dark edges of the galaxy, through abandoned star systems and nebulae no life had visited in ages. The team discovered ancient structures, similar to the Great Three's architecture, suggesting the Veiled Dominion might have origins far older than anyone imagined. At last, they found a hidden Dominion fortress orbiting a black hole. It was a colossal structure, equipped with weapons powered by dark energy siphoned from the black hole itself. Dominion ships appeared from nowhere, surrounding the vanguard. The ensuing battle was fierce, the Dominion ships demonstrating an ability to phase in and out of normal space, a technology that surpassed anything known. Just as the vanguard seemed outmatched, Captain Tiron activated a prototype device based on the Maverick energy manipulation techniques, allowing their fleet to synchronize and resist the phasing attacks. Together, the Vanguard struck a decisive blow, forcing the Dominion fleet into retreat. But it was clear, the Dominion was far stronger than anticipated. The Shadow Progenitor's ultimatum. In response to their defeat, the Veiled Dominion sent a message across the galaxy. A hologram of the Shadow Progenitor appeared, cloaked in darkness. His voice was calm yet commanding, his gaze intense. Fourth Guardian, I commend your unity, your valor, but note this great three only touched the surface of true power. They abandoned the mantle of dominion, leaving it to those willing to wield strength without restraint. I am the rightful inheritor of their legacy, and I will reclaim this galaxy, remaking it as it was meant to be. The ultimatum was clear. The Dominion would stop at nothing to rule, believing the Great Three's restraint to be weakness and seeking total control. The Protectorate knew they were facing an existential threat. The Council of Species convened, with representatives from every ally under the Fourth Guardian. Together, they devised Operation Phoenix, a plan that would require not only the Protectorate's full military power but also a diplomatic and ideological counter to the Dominion's iron-fisted philosophy. A battle for the galaxy's heart. The Veiled Dominion's forces advanced through Protectorate territory, decimating outposts and converting weaker civilizations to their cause. The Vanguard, however, found a vital weakness. The Dominion's leadership relied on the Progenitor's ideology of control and domination. By spreading messages of hope and unity from the Protectorate's liberated worlds, they began to sow dissent among Dominion ranks. Many, especially younger soldiers who had grown up in secrecy, saw a different future and deserted. The final battle took place in the Centauri Expanse, an ancient battleground from the time of the Great Three. The Protectorate amassed every ship, every ally, and every Guardian technology to face the Dominion head-on. As the Dominion fleet closed in, humanity and its allies, but with unmatched determination, human engineers disabled the Dominion's dark energy siphons, while Z-Kron shock troops boarded Dominion ships to liberate conscripts. The Protectorate's forces, driven by the ideals of the Fourth Guardian, used every advanced weapon and shield technology developed since the trials. In the midst of the chaos, Captain Tiron herself faced the Shadow Progenitor on his command vessel. In a final showdown, she confronted him not with hatred, but with an offer of redemption, a chance to abandon his pursuit of absolute power and join the galaxy as an equal. The Progenitor hesitated, seeing in her eyes the same courage and resolve once embodied by the Great Three. But in a final act of defiance, he rejected her offer, attempting to destroy them both. However, with seconds to spare, Tiron activated an emergency phase disruptor, destabilizing the Progenitor's ship and allowing the Vanguard to escape. The Progenitor perished, his dominion shattered, and his dark empire dissolved into history. The dawn of a new era. With the Dominion defeated, the galaxy was forever changed. Though remnants of the Dominion lingered, the Fourth Guardian's legacy had proven resilient, showing the galaxy that unity, compassion, and courage could overcome even the darkest threats.